After the annualized consumer inflation came out last week, we saw cryptocurrencies gain back some market share, from Bitcoin reaching $45,000 again and Ethereum also inching higher. So in this video, I will be talking about the implication of inflation on the crypto market and also the entire market in general. So if you would like to learn more, please allow me to ask you to hit the like button and subscribe. Also, by the way, my name is Joel. So let's jump right into it. So guys, the first thing that we're going to do now is we're just going to look at CoinMarketCap, and on CoinMarketCap here, we can see that Bitcoin is coming up at about $41,765, Ethereum coming up at $2,854, and then in seventh place, we have Cardano coming up at $1 and about 3 dime. And so guys, so far, over the past 7 days, Bitcoin is down 1.3%, Ethereum is down 5.77%, and Cardano is down 11.37%. But guys, we've been gaining some markets again. And so one of the things that I would like to start talking about on the Bitcoin chart here is, guys, last week when I made my last video, we were basically trading somewhere in this region right here. It was this candle that was going up, and at the time I was saying that there was basically two possibilities that was going to happen. Either it was going to fail at this resistance right here, and if it didn't fail at that resistance, I said that we were going to maybe fail at the next resistance, that is at the 50-day moving average that is sloping down. But guys, fortunately, we did not resist. We just hinged through that resistance, and then we went higher all the way to reaching 45,000, getting close to 46,000 before we started correcting back down again. And guys, I really see this as a really bullish move. And one of the big thing is, guys, look at stochastic down here. We see the blue line that is kind of changing course a little bit, and so I'm expecting this to change course and go back up, and that will basically allow, maybe we're gonna see Bitcoin maybe be sideways for a little bit before going back up. But guys, with what I'm seeing on the market right now, it really seems like things are inching back up. Things are really moving back up in order to move us higher. And so one of the reasons behind that is, guys, inflation. So before these inflation numbers came out, we had the Federal Reserve that came out and said that they were going to keep the interest rate constant at about 0.25%, and then that we should be expecting rate hike into the near future. But also they are still tapering, basically diminishing the amount of money that they are pumping into the system for buying mortgage-backed securities and also buying government treasuries. And so here it says inflation reaches 40-year high. January CPI posts 7.5% annual gain. Guys, what is CPI? CPI stands for Consumer Price Index. This is basically the index that kind of tells us how much inflation we have on consumer prices. What are consumer prices? Consumer prices are food. Consumer prices are gas. Consumer prices are, a bunch of the stuff that we buy. And so here it says US inflation accelerated in January, with prices across a wide range of goods and services soaring further amid lingering shortages and supply chain disruptions. Consumer Price Index released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics Thursday morning registered a 7.5 annual gain in January. Consensus economists were looking for a 7.3 rise according to Bloomberg data. This represented the fastest rise since 1982, as well as an acceleration from 7% year-over-year increase seen in December. On a month-over-month basis, consumer price increased by 0.6%, matching December rates. So guys, and one of the things, one of the actual a chart that I wanted to show you guys. So this is a chart of inflation, the CPI number, dating all the way back to 1970, guys. And we can see now how the inflation right now is going high. Guys, we are getting close to these massive inflation times during the 80s and 70s to 80s time, right? So right now we're standing at about 7.5%. Guys, this is really looking bad. And one of the biggest thing is, I've been seeing in the news lately where I'm seeing other companies that are deciding to increase their prices, like dollar store companies and I believe some other chain, like food chain company that are deciding that they're going to be adding a certain amount on their prices already. So because this is how things go, you know. Governments create inflation, and then what happens is they're not even able to fix that inflation. And then you have, you know, these corporations that are like, well, there is inflation going on. What are we going to do? Well, we're not going to keep our prices down. What we do is we raise our prices. And that right there, basically, what is it doing? It's screwing the consumers, because the consumers, what's happening to them is their salary are not going up as much as inflation is going up. And that is crazy. So guys, why is this all relevant right now as far as cryptocurrency? You know, because I was just rambling for a little bit right there, and I may have lost some of you. The reason why I'm saying this is because, guys, the reason behind Bitcoin, the reason behind crypto is an hedge against inflation. A hedge in times like this. This is where we see these type of assets shine, and I'm expecting that they will be shining. And I'm not saying that, guys, we're gonna wake up tomorrow and, you know, Bitcoin is going to 75, 100K. No. We have to be careful here. But all I'm saying is, if inflation keeps on going this way in 2022, then I personally expect that Bitcoin should do well. Gold should do well. You know, Ethereum and Cardano and all these assets, I'm expecting them to do well because of this inflation. Because when we saw this CPI number come out on Thursday, Bitcoin was going crazy. And now one of the things is happening to consumers is consumers are looking like, well, my dollars are not that much, you know, valuable anymore, because, you know, I'm losing my purchasing power. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get into an asset that's going to maintain my purchasing power. So people buy Bitcoin, people buy Ethereum, people buy Cardano, people go in the stock market and buy more stocks, right? Even though we've had, you know, all of the craziness happening in the market right now, you know, so much fear, especially from people fearing that the Federal Reserve are going to increase the rates, and that would affect a lot of companies' margin, and therefore affect their stocks and affect their revenue, which ends up affecting, you know, their stock prices. But guys, I personally think that if inflation keeps on getting hot like this, we are going to get a really good year for cryptocurrency, a really good year for Bitcoin, a really good year for Ethereum. And so guys, the other thing that I want to talk about too is I want to talk about Ethereum. So let me show you the chart of Ethereum right here, which it's kind of little not that, a little similar to Bitcoin chart, but we see that the price here on Ethereum went all the way to basically hit the 50-day moving average, and then from there on there was some resistance there, and then we started going back down. And what is really interesting here is, guys, look at stochastic RSI. Stochastic RSI is really like getting oversold, which is good. That I would expect another bounce, and, you know, maybe a bounce that would allow us to get above the 50-day moving average. And so the next one and last one that I want to talk about is Cardano. Guys, for all of you that have been watching us on this channel for a while, ever since we started, y'all know I love Cardano, and I haven't made a video about Cardano in a while, and I'm hoping that soon I'm gonna make a full-blown video that will all be talking about only Cardano. But for now, I just want to make, you know, a small comment on Cardano, guys. When we look at this chart, guys, there is a really huge resistance for Cardano around $1. And I have been really amazed as to, even though we saw all the craziness happening in the market lately and a lot of stuff were just crumbling, but it's really insane to me, and really, you know, I'm really like surprised to see how well Cardano is holding around $1. And I personally think that $1, if you can get Cardano at $1, is definitely a really good deal, because there is some really good amount of resistance around $1. But guys, please do not take this as financial advice. I am not telling you to go in and buy Cardano, and then tomorrow Cardano goes below $1, you lose money, and then you put that on me. No. It doesn't work that way. You make your own financial decisions. I am just a guy on YouTube who probably doesn't know much. Nah, I know something. Come on. I'm just making a joke. I know something, but I'm just trying to educate here. Don't just take my word for word. I'm not a financial advisor. So guys, I hope that I provided you with enough value in this video, and if that was the case, please allow me to ask you to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification as well. Also guys, if you would like to join our Patreon, where we basically show some of our trades that we make, and also you can send us a question and we can make a personalized video responding to you guys, you can find our Patreon link in the description below. Sign up. We have 3 different tiers. We have a $5 tier, a $9 tier, and a $20 tier. Whichever you can afford, please join us on our Patreon community as well. If you would like to start investing in the stock market or cryptocurrency market, you can use our Weibo, M1 Finance, Coinbase, and BlockFi links in the description below. When you sign up, deposit some money and buy crypto or stocks, so you both get some monetary value. And last thing is, guys, if you would like to have a credit card and open your first credit card through Discover, you can use our Discover link in the description below. When you use our link to sign up for a new Discover credit card, we both get $50. Thanks, and I hope that I provided you with enough value in this video, and I will see y'all in my next video on Sunday. Bye bye.